they gonna come over here? Do you know if they're gonna come over here or they stay over there?
Well, it's so hot. People are probably gonna hang out on the shadier side.
Oh, that's the shade. Okay, got it.
But to tell you the truth, the two organizers of this have not gotten here yet.
Gotcha. Okay.
There's supposed to be 12 costumed diseases coming.
Okay.
But it's so hot. I don't know if people can stand it. But, you know, people are doing their best.
Definitely. Thank you.
That's all we can do, right? My daughter kept saying, I'm 80. She kept saying, you do not have to do this. This is nuts. I said, you can't be a fair weather friend. You got to be out there whether it's nice or not.
Aww.
I said, this matter. It took me so long to understand what public health actually is.
Yeah.
Now that I really get it.
You want to do something about it?
Well, it's two words that are so generic to the public. You know, the word public and the word health. So what is that? Of course, we all want health. The public wants health. But then you don't get it that this huge brain trust of epidemiologists and scientific experts have been working for 60 years keeping us the healthiest country in the world, including the Scandinavians. And it won't last long. This stuff.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot going on.
Here's one of the
I'm gonna get up a little bit closer, so I'll be back.
Yeah, you might do better unless you have a huge head.
There you go. Okay.
When the light changes, gonna cross. Jesus, are we good?
Thanks for coming.
Oh yeah, no problem. Do you mind if I interview you? Oh, I got it already. Awesome. Here, let me come up there. Woo! It is hot, hot. Goodness, this is very hot. Okay.
Let me put my glasses on. People have more credibility if you can see their eyes.
Gotcha. I'll flip this like down here.
Okay.
Alright. That should be good. Let's do it that way so the CDC can look at it.
Do you want the sign in it?
If you're right there, I got the sign and CDC.
Should I hold it up?
Yeah, because I don't want you to hold it the whole time. You're okay.
I don't mind.
You can scoot it in front of you a little bit.
Okay, okay. Oh, wait a second. I'm sorry. The microphone came on.
Okay.
My name is Peter Cegielski.
Awesome. And then spell it for me.
C-E-G-I-E-L, like Lima, S like Sierra, K-I. Cegielski.
Beautiful. And then how old are you?
I'm 69.
And then can I say Atlanta resident or where are you from?
I'm an Atlanta resident, former CDC employee.
Oh, awesome. When did you stop working at the CDC? Were you a part of the recent layoffs or how did that happen?
No, I stopped at the end of 2020.
Gotcha.
Right before, yeah.
Yeah, what made you stop working there?
I'd rather not say. Yeah, I don't want to disparage anyone.
Totally fine. So when it comes to the reason why you're out here today, can you talk to me a little about why it's important for you to be out here today?
The short answer to your previous question is I was able to retire because I reached retirement age and 22 years of service. So I was eligible for a pension. I would have kept working, but for the other reasons.
Gotcha. And then when it comes to the reasons why you decided to come out today, I mean, it's hot and people are out here holding up signs, they have drums, you know, they're here for a reason. So what's your reason for being here today?
There have been rallies here every Tuesday since maybe since March, but today is especially important because it's the first meeting of this new, and I would say bogus, Advisory Committee for Immunization Practices, ACIP. Kennedy, as most people know, fired the previous members of ACIP, and the few people that he's put on it are not competent for that position, and there are some really mixed up and misinformed members.
How do you think that advisory board is going to lead America? Do you think that America may be worse off? What do you think are the repercussions will be of this board?
Well, chances are that this advisory board is going to change the vaccine recommendations for the worse. The vaccine recommendations that we have now are based on solid science, evidence-based, ethical science over decades. And these guys that are on there now are not, many of them are not scientists. They don't understand the science. And they're misreading the science and misinforming the public to the point that there is a volunteer group that's kind of setting up its own advisory committee to correct the recommendations that this one is likely to put out.
Could the recommendations that they put out be deadly? I mean, could they?
Yes, absolutely. Well, they haven't put them out yet, so I can't say what they will be. But based on the prior work of some of these individuals and their reputation, one can guess that they will cost a lot of children's lives. They are putting our children at risk for serious disease and serious and deaths. Let me give you an example. Before the vaccine became available, there were 4 million cases of chickenpox every year in the United States. I'm rounding off. After the vaccine became available, that dropped down to about 7,000 and 8,000 last year. So pretty remarkable decrease, and a lot of the vaccine stories are similar to that one.
And when you were at the CDC, what was your role? Or what did you work on in particular?
I'm an infectious disease physician. I work mostly on tuberculosis. So a little bit on influenza, a little bit on HIV, mostly tuberculosis.
Got it. Anything else you'd like to mention or add about this topic?
Yeah, the public needs to mobilize because, I mean, there's a clown show running this country, and DHHS, the staff at HHS themselves are saying that RFK Jr. is a disaster. And so I know that not much can happen as long as there's a Republican majority in both houses, but I'm hoping they will get creamed in 2026. Thank you. Thank you for calling attention to this.
We're gonna have some speakers at 4:45. So
Okay.
5 minutes.
Okay. Right in the parking lot over there?
Yeah, like under that tree, like directly catty-corner from us.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Oh. Oh, okay. I'm waiting to cross. You're good.
They're about to do speakers. Why are you so excited?
Okay. Okay, well, yeah, they're about to do speakers, so I'll just let you know. All right. I'd say about, how many people would you say are here? Maybe 50-ish?
Well,
Almost 100? How many would you say?
I'd say 75.
75 to 100? Okay, I gotta go.
So I'm wondering when they are going up. It's a busy intersection. It is. People driving by. I mean, we get people every week. We drive by and stuff like that. And I think that's an important thing. Well, plus these guys coming out of CDC, it's a good morale boost. I think it's enough to do. I know I speak with people on the inside, and they're like, there's so much anguish. That's, I mean, they've been lied to, they've been insulted, they've been fired, they've been fired, and even the people who are told, oh, you're coming back. It's like, well, how am I going to know what's up because I don't even have my equipment, I don't have an ID card, I don't have these other things. And budget for
press the button, or do we need to?
I pressed it just now.
Okay.
It seemed like it would have come up by now. I'm waiting forever. So who are you with?
Reuters.
Reuters.
You need a hat.
There we go.
All right.
Do you mind if I interview you? Do you mind if I interview you? I'm with Reuters. Is that okay? Here, could you clip this on your... Yeah. My hands are slightly sweaty. Okay. Continue to wave You can hold the sign down because I'm not. Yeah. Okay. You can move it a little bit lower. There we go. So I need a space. There we go. Woo. Okay. So I'm with Reuters. We're doing an edit, but we're also sending out a live feed.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I'm with Reuters. I'm shooting it for an edit, and then we're also sending out a live feed.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Can you just come here first for your last name?
Marcia Scott.
Okay. And you don't have to yell because I got the mic on you.
Oh, okay.
And then spell it for me.
MARSHASCOTT.
And then how old are you?
76.
Beautiful. And then can I say Atlanta resident? Or,
Yeah.
Okay. And then where are you? Where are you CDC? I know there's some people that work there. Were you a former employee of the CDC?
I worked in public health. I'm a women's health nurse practitioner, and I worked at Grady for 7 years, DeKalb County, Larimer County out in Colorado. Public health has been my...
Can you tell me a little bit about why it was important for you to be out here today? I don't know if you've been here in the past Tuesdays, but why was it important for you?
Today, because RFK fired everybody on the vaccine board that had any knowledge about vaccines, and hired people that were questioning vaccines.
And do you think this is going to lead to deaths or repercussions for the younger youth in the
Absolutely. Absolutely, what my sign says. Vaccines are important. People are going to die.
As someone that's worked in public health previously, did you ever expect something like this to happen?
No, I knew it was going to be bad with the Trump administration, but I had no idea that it would be this bad. I am shocked.
Definitely. Is there anything else you can think of you'd like to add or mention?
Just support the CDC, support public health. Public health is for everybody.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
One second here. I'm going to take that.
There you go.
And I'm going to get a few shots of you with your sign. Okay.
And then what I can do. Sometimes without support, but always with resolve to make the world safer and healthier for all.
Right now, vaccination rates are falling across the United States, not just for COVID-19, but for childhood vaccinations, HPV, flu, and more. Measles is back, pertussis is rising, and more parents are hesitating. Not because they always lack access, but because they've been targeted by disinformation, fear, and mistrust. In some states, only 2 out of 3 kids are up to date on their vaccination. That's not a failure of our science, it's a crisis of trust. And when the CDC is undermined, when your voices have been silenced, the crisis only deepens. But you and the CDC, all your colleagues who are still there or who have been let go, you are the people who can fix that. Through data, transparency, and relentless public service, you and all of us can help rebuild that trust. And we are here today because the work done at CDC matters more than ever. Every summer I worked in South Georgia at a farm worker project. We provide medical care to thousands of migrant and seasonal farm workers. Many of them who have gone years and years without access to health care. These are the people who harvest our food. They are the people who care for our land. And they sustain the economy in the state of Georgia. And we see chronic illness, we see untreated infections, and we see major gaps in vaccination rates. Not because these people do not care about their own health, but because they do not have access to good health care. It's because our systems have not shown up for them, but the science does exist. The vaccines do exist. The knowledge about them also exists. And that's because of all of you. That's why the fight to keep the CDC strong is so incredibly important. It's about people who, like those we serve in South Georgia and underserved communities everywhere. Because when public health breaks down, they are the first to feel it. The CDC is how we respond to threats in this country and around the world. It's how we prevent disease. It's how we protect our most vulnerable. And it's how we deliver on the promise that public health belongs to everyone. Science cannot sit on a shelf. It must reach the people. It actually belongs to the people. And that only happens when institutions like CDC are allowed to do their job without interference, without censorship, and without fear of being dismantled or defunded. We do not need to tear the CDC down. We need to strengthen it. We need to rebuild trust through stronger science, through better communication, better community partnerships, and by empowering the professionals like all of you to speak clearly, openly, and directly to the people. We need to continue fighting for the mission of the CDC, and we must protect the soul of the CDC. The idea that science should serve the public, not politics. That public health is a right, not a luxury. And that people inside the agency must be allowed to do their work freely, transparently, and without fear. The stakes have never been higher. We all know vaccines save lives. Science protects communities, and public health is worth fighting for. So thank you for the careers that you've had, and I hope the careers you will continue to have.
Can you say your name one more time?
Jody Gust.
And how do you spell it?
Jodiegust.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, our next speaker, many of you know, Senator Elena Parent, our state senator for many of you and for me. And we're really happy to have her here. She is going to talk to us about her role here and her interest in CDC. Senator Parent.
Thank you, Tony. All right, up on the stool. Good afternoon, everyone. I mean, what a tremendous outpouring. Showing up in today's heat, fighting week after week to spread this important message about the devastation and the destruction that is being wrought of our public health system in the United States. And this onslaught to the ACIP is just the latest of many outrages. during session, I had the opportunity to call the attention of the Georgia Senate to the layoffs and the cuts on the Senate floor. And to see all the action continuing week after week, day after day, and all the honks of all the supporters gives everyone here the energy to keep it up until our crown jewel of our public health system of global health is restored in the United States of America. So as Tony said, my name's Elena Parent, and I've had the honor of representing the CDC in the Georgia State Senate for the past 10 years. There are very few federal agencies headquartered outside Washington, D.C. This may be the only one. There may be another one that claims it, but it's always been a point of pride for me. And a point of pride for Atlanta and for Georgia. Not that you would know it right now with the silence from all of my colleagues in the state Senate, the Republicans in the state House, and Governor Kemp, all of them just keeping their mouths shut, or worse, affirming the disastrous cuts made by DOGE and the attacks on public health. We need public officials of both parties that will stand for science, for truth, and for the public servants that have dedicated their lives to keeping all of us healthy and safe. People like all of you. We are at such a precarious moment for public health. The abrupt firing by Secretary Kennedy of all 17 members of the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices. This is the very body that has guided our nation's policies toward vaccines for over 60 years. And by the way, this is what everyone said when they said, do not confirm him. Do not confirm him as the Secretary of Health. Anyone who knew anything about public health and vaccines said, no, this guy has peddled disinformation for years. And what did they do? Fell in line behind Trump and all the rest of them and put him in, and the worst fears are now coming true with this assault on the ACIP. You know, when I was pregnant with my first child, I had conversations with both my OBGYN as well as the pediatrician that I was signing up with to take my first child to immediately after we left the hospital. And like many parents, I had questions for both of them. I've always been a firm believer in vaccines and had no reason to believe otherwise. But you know what? You do your homework and you do your research. And when you've done your homework and your research, what you do is you vaccinate your children on schedule. Because you trust the doctors that have earned your trust and the scientists that have done the research and also earned your trust by dedicating their lives to these fields. And I did that, as all of you did, not just for my own children, but for everybody else's too. We see this outbreak, this measles outbreak, spreading across Texas and many other states. I think we're up to like 1,250 cases in Texas alone, with 75 hospitalizations. 6 cases in Georgia, that's right, 3 just got announced. 750 cases. Okay, let me get the numbers right, because I don't want to be accused of spreading misinformation. I think it's 1,250 in the U.S., 750 in Texas, 97 hospitalized there, 2 fatalities of unvaccinated school-aged children with no underlying health conditions, and the death of an unvaccinated adult in New Mexico. This is from a disease that was once considered eliminated in the United States of America. And this is what happens when we allow misinformation and mistrust to replace science and evidence. And when we have irresponsible public officials elected to positions or put there that stoke fear in order to try to gain and hold power by spreading lies. And it's not just on this. They stoke culture wars on everything to try to make people afraid. Because when people are afraid, they are less likely to be generous to their fellow citizens and their fellow men and women. And that has been a tactic of Trump and his cronies ever since he rode down the escalator. If you keep people resentful, shoving people in their face that are enemies or pseudo-enemies, it divides everyone and it leads to outcomes like this and so many other things that are currently devastating our country. And look, our vaccine, measles vaccine rate in DeKalb County, I received from one of the experts, is only in the 80s here in DeKalb. And that's lower than the 95% that we need to have it to ensure that it is not transmitted. So even right here with Emory, academic institutions galore, and the CDC itself, this message is sinking through. And you know what people are thinking? They're thinking, hey, I hear a lot of chatter that this might not be safe. You know what? It probably is. But you know what? If everyone else is doing it, then I don't need to. I don't need to, because everyone else will have the vaccine. Well, that's what happened. That's what some parents think. And then now you've got kids dead in Texas. But it's not just that. As you all know, doctors across the country rely on ACIP to protect their patients. This committee's guidance is followed by doctors, insurance companies, and the Vaccines for Children program, serving half of the children in the United States, only funds vaccines that ACIP recommends. So when ACIP is undermined, those children lose access, lives are put at risk, and there is another big tear in our public health system. We simply cannot build vaccine policy on suspicion, misinformation, or politics. It must be grounded in science, transparency, and the collective expertise of those that have entrusted their lives and careers to public health. This is not leadership out of Washington. This is sabotage. It's dangerous. We all must speak up, as you all have been, with such dedication, as Fired But Fighting has been, as the CDC alumni have been, as the indivisible groups have been, as the 50 for 51 groups have been. In these dangerous times, to fight through the noise, the fear, the lies that so many irresponsible politicians cynically seize upon, it requires sustained, coordinated, and loud pushback on every single channel that you can get your voice on. And I'm gonna tell you, that includes speaking up on right-wing media of all kinds. And I'm not trying to make this partisan, but look, I'm a Democrat, and we have been, I think, fairly accused of like sitting in our bubble, not going out to rural areas, being afraid to get shouted down. That continues the one-sided information that so many people get. And whether those people decide to vote Democrat or Republican, in order to have any sort of ability to make any kind of educated decision about not just who they're going to vote for, but their health, they need to hear more than one side. All right? They need to hear more than one side. We are going to keep speaking up, spreading the word, demanding action, calling for Kennedy to reverse this disaster and put folks that actually have the experience in epidemiology and immunology and mRNA vaccines back on this critical board. We won't rest until it happens. We will not rest until it happens, because every single person here is connected. Public health connects all of us, and we care about our fellow citizens and and our fellow Americans. Y'all here are truly doing God's work with diseases that have been stamped, eradicated, and we can't let them stop us. So thank you for all that you are doing. I know that this country has seen worse setbacks. It has. And with the resilience of groups like you and all the continued work that you are doing, we will turn this ship around. If it's not next week, you know what? That's okay. You keep going. You keep going. Because it will happen. But not if we give up. So thank you.
Thank you so much. That was really rousing and completely accurate. We can open the mic now for anyone else who wants to say a few words, or we can get more honks. Anyone want to speak? Here we go. Fire to Fighting representative.
Hey y'all, you know me. I'm sorry I'm back. I know. It's tough. I'm Abby from Fire to Fighting. We're happy to do a soapbox if you guys want to, if folks want to talk. But I do want to say something, just because y'all know I like to talk. So I have a 1-year-old, and so the ACIP firings, I feel really deeply and personally, because I have a baby that I care about and want to live and want to be vaccinated against all of these horrible, horrible diseases. So in the name of collectivism, which I think is a lot of what Senator was talking about, I want to encourage all of you to talk to people in your networks about the importance of public health. Let's make it a non-political conversation. We have to do the work to depoliticize public health, and I know it's hard and it sucks, but we have to do it because people's lives are at stake. CDC is nonpartisan. We help everybody there. We need to be doing that outside of our jobs and in our relationships, even though it's uncomfortable, even though it's hard. And finally, Senator Cassidy, I have another message for you.
Yes, yes.
Please, for the love of God, do not tweet anymore. And can you please talk to RFK, talk to whoever it is that you need to get him out of HHS and get the ACIP restored. You let this happen. He's been made to look like a fool, and you know it. And we need you to stand up for everybody, not just the people in Louisiana. We are also impacted. You did this to all of us. Fix it, please. Thank you. Anybody else want to talk?
What? Can you say your first and last name and spell it?
My name is Abby Tighe, Tighe.
Abby, A-B-B-Y?
Yeah. Anyone else?
We know it's hot.
We know it's hot, so we can wrap this up. I know. All right. Wrap it up. Let's go. Thanks, everybody.
Can I interview you? Yes. Okay. Is that okay?
Maybe.
You let me know. I'm with Reuters, and I want to get another interview. Okay. So I wanted to get a little bit of diversity. I already have everybody else, so I wanted to see if you want to speak.
Not really, but I will.
Are you sure? I don't want to make you.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Is it on video? Is it
Yeah, video.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Is it gonna be somewhere?
Probably.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. Totally fine.
If it's like a non-video.
No worries. Totally fine. Totally fine. Let me see if he wants to talk.
Okay.
No worries.
Anyone else.
Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me, sir. Do you mind if I interview you?
I'm camera shy.
Okay. No worries. Can I interview you? Do you mind?
I'm probably not the best person to interview, but there are so many good people.
You're literally... Okay. I got 2 interviews. I was trying to get one more. Do you mind if I interview you?
Awesome.
What media are you with?
I'm with Reuters. Okie dokie. Give me 1 second here. And I may do it with you facing this way so I can get the CDC in the background, if that's okay with you. And then I'll just clip this here-ish.
Okay.
Probably gonna head back in there if they're breaking up.
2 seconds here. All right, beautiful. Okie dokie. So just men don't do traps. Say your first and your last name for me.
Sure. John Besser.
And then how do I spell that?
B as in boy, E-S-S-E-R.
And then spell John as well.
J-O-H-N.
Beautiful. And then how old are you?
I am 72.
And did you work for the CDC previously, or?
I did. I retired from the CDC.
Awesome. When did you retire?
I retired in the beginning of 2020.
Got it. Was any of that involved with any, what just retiring normally, or was there any?
Normal retirement.
Got it. Okay. Can you talk to me a little about the importance of you being out here today? I mean, it's hot. There's people out here, and there's others inside making critical decisions. So, what made you want to be out here today with others?
Well, I'm here to both support CDC, which is the premier health organization of the world, and also to support safe, available vaccines.
This is hitting the thing. I'm just going to just so it doesn't knock your audio around. There we go. Perfect. Okay.
So you want me to repeat that?
Yes. Just tell me why you're out here today, why you felt like it was important to make sure.
Yeah. Well, I'm here today because of the ACIP meeting, but I'm here to support CDC and the workers at CDC and the mission at CDC, and also safe and available vaccines. And I'm afraid that the changing of the membership of the ACIP is not going to work towards safe and available vaccines. And meningococcus, which I'm representing here, is a vaccine. Meningococcus disease is a vaccine preventable diseases, which is really devastating for young adults and teenagers. And I've been involved in investigating outbreaks of meningococcus. And the residents of Mankato, Minnesota were eager to get the vaccine in order to protect themselves and to protect their children. And now there's a movement to disregard vaccines. And it seems to me that one of our greatest public health accomplishments is being unnecessarily questioned and degraded. So I'm here to support CDC, and I feel that the move to degrade CDC is actually hurting me personally, even though I don't work there anymore, because I put much of my life's work into building this institution, as people here do, and to see it degraded for no apparent reason really makes me personally hurt.
And I think lastly, I would just love for you to talk about what do you think the outcome of this situation could be? I mean, as someone that's worked in the CDC, you know how vaccines prevent people from dying. So we're looking at a situation where more deaths may begin to happen.
Right. Well, there is an effort to have an alternate system for a non-governmental system for recommending vaccines. That's you've probably read about, and that may occur. It's an open question as to whether insurance companies will follow the advice of this non-governmental agency. But either that will work, or we'll see rising death and unnecessary morbidity because of the lack of vaccine availability. And also people not believing what this committee says because of their obvious lack of qualifications.
Anything else you'd like to add or mention?
I think we got it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, I'll grab that mic from you.
Oh, sure.
Awesome. Thank you. I'll let you get back to it.
I'm not so used to that already.
Oh, you did great. You did great.
Oh, there it is.
CIS.
Oh, you're good. What's your name?
Rob Quick.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's been, no. It's been a long time. Yeah.
Oh no, I guess he's not. I was going to tell you a great guy to interview, but he just left. Did you get Eric Vince by any chance?
I didn't.
Okay, good. He was fantastic. And then the Michael Beach. Here in the green shirt.
Okay.
Very articulate.
Yeah. I got 3, maybe 4 already. So I think we may be good.
Okay.
But next time, because y'all come out every
Not with the parade, vaccine parade.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
You don't want your, distancing your shoulder.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't need the honest. I know. You keep talking about it.
Okay. Yep.
Well, I'm glad.
Yeah, please give me my badge.
I will. Well, I thought you would have been because you started protesting. He's like, now that I'm not.
right, take care.
Thank you.